Hello guys and welcome back to our Dark Souls series with 2 deaths on the table, and I think we are at 2 hollow points right now, so let's not forget that 2 of these 23 humanity that I have I'm not allowed to use, and this 23 might seem quite a lot for now, but I gotta tell you, the last few bosses can really face a huge problem. So we can upgrade that crystal halberd, but it would actually use a titanite chunk. We are not going to do that, especially due to the fact that, as you can see, it's not even improving by all that much. Why is it needing a chunk, though? Oh, because it has already been upgraded to the crystal path. So it's a halberd, level 2 plus 5, and then made to a crystal weapon. And it still doesn't really... Oh, no, never mind. It's crystal weapon is a plus 10, I think. So you would go from 0 to 5 with small titanite shards, from 5 to 10 with big shards, and then from 10 on you can modify it. Weapon Ascension, Smith Unreal was calling it, to make it to a crystal weapon, and that's why it needs chunks to improve it from there. Alright. I could have spent the souls there, but yeah, should be fine. I mean, we should hopefully never get into the position that we are unable to recollect our souls. So let's just risk it. Could do the painted world of Ariandel, something. That's easier than this, at least, I think. So let's just do that to get more levels, get more souls, get more items. Oh, I think we should go to do that first. So now with the middle state in the elevator and going down the floor here, we actually arrive at a different height here. So we're now at the floor level. The chandelier was up there and fell down here. And there are a lot more of these white painting guardians down here. I don't really like the halberd against them, I got to admit. It's so slow. They always manage to sneak an attack in. I mean, we can always try to start off with a block and maybe follow up with a heavy attack if they get knocked back or something. Or we just do it this way. Heavy one-handed attack was actually not that much slower and is a guaranteed one hit, it seems. Goodbye. And it has quite the reach. Oh, but it wasn't a one hit this time. So the reason why that is always a little bit different is there's always some variation to the attacks. So an attack can just roll higher or lower, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's also concerned with the state of the enemy. Meaning in which, is he just idling? Is he doing an attack himself? So there's the so-called, I think, riposte damage, or counter damage actually. So counter damage is when the amount of damage that you do is increased due to the fact that the enemy is in his attack animation as well. And that's why these painting guardians sometimes do quite a bit damage to us, because we are captured in our attack animations with the halberd here, and they manage to sneak an attack in. And then I think it's weapon dependent how much counter attack damage there is. I'm not completely sure again though. So in case of this crystal halberd here, let's see. So critical here, that could also only be as a parry and riposte damage. Maybe it's also, yeah, so many weapons have 100. I think maybe it's just 1.1 times the damage or something like that. So we get the black iron armor. Oh, we actually can't go to the painted world. I forgot about that one. Contraption does not move. We haven't done something else, which we would have to get to that painted world there. And we can do that requirement now, but it would require further teleportations. I kind of still want to do it, but of course it's costing humanity. Sorcery, great magic weapon, so irrelevant for this run, but yeah, magic run's definitely interesting. Oh, I'm seeing an item in the back left there. Oh, of course. He's doing nothing for like 5 seconds, and then when I decide to attack, then he starts his attack. Alright, away with you. More throwing knives. Probably that's just more throwing knives as well, right? Man, this hitboxes here on the chandelier are annoying. Oh, actually? Oh, is there just more on the... Okay, there's more than the armor. Ah, okay. So there's also weapon and shield of that. And Iron Targus, that's exactly the guy which we saw last episode in front of the Iron Golem. Or actually second to last episode, right? No, I'm not quite sure. But that, so yeah, he kind of traveled here as well, but he didn't make it and died here and left his stuff. Yeah, Painted World versus weapon upgrades. Yeah, I think I actually want to fulfill that requirement first and get us through the Painted World. But before we can do so, we have to go to some special other area first. And at that place, we also have to defeat another boss first. So quite non-linear, this game, as you might know or realize at least now, at last. Let's still do it, however, since we might get some more weapon upgrades and of course more souls, more levels, more upgrades, more stats. That's all interesting. We will have to head back to Firelink Shrine, and from there on our new path will start. So we will have to increase our warping points here and move back to Firelink Shrine, and then this fire here where we're at is one of the warpable bonfires, so we will be able to get back here, no problem. However, that will be another humanity. Okay. So let's first spend our souls. Maybe just some more endurance again as well. I'm actually not too sure anymore about this Ring of Steel protection here. I feel like it's taking much more levels than I expected to just wear this armor here. But now, at least for 3 of the 4 parts, it works out. And we can actually talk to this guy again, since we now rang both Bells of Awakening, and we actually also already cleared our way through Sin's Fortress, so we might have skipped one of his dialogue parts. Let's just see.
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you. Damn, that stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about it. Maybe it's...
Okay, I'm actually not completely sure what he's talking about. That stench. Does he mean the catacombs or the New Londo ruins? Or is he talking about Anno Londo or something? I'm not quite sure, actually. So we have this guy here as well. Man, I'm kind of sorry, but I'm not sure if he's supposed to be here yet. Or if he should only be here after us claiming the Lord Vessel. Let's just check.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Frant, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the Bell of Awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate, and the very reason your kind have appeared. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
Okay, so he started with the dialogue that we just rang the bells, and I think that should be the trigger for him appearing usually. But then he continued on without any breaks with the dialogue which we just had, because we already do have the Lord Vessel. The Lord Vessel is the one item which allows the teleports. But again, I mean, it won't be an issue anymore. Just in some episodes, it's all a little bit weird now when you try to follow the story and have this dialogue behaving a little bit strangely due to that mod.
Is the Firelink chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
But I still enjoyed rather this way than having these huge run-back times. I mean, for a first playthrough, definitely play without this mod. Don't use that mod in your first playthrough. Maybe not even in your second or in your third, but at some point you get really just tired of the ways there. You just want to grind your way through the bosses and stuff. So, I mean, we just will do that now, despite... Okay. Okay, so we have a trigger for dialogues that we have the Lord Vessel, but we do not actually have it. Okay, so I was kind of sure that the mod just added the Lord Vessel here to our key items or something. I'm actually not sure if it is here when we have it. Yeah, but okay, we don't have it yet. The dialogue is a little bit strange, but I think we can use him to move back. And it's looking so strange, by the way, with his weird mustache. Hanging down like there, and he's looking super strange. Anyways, this strange serpent guy.
What is it? Place the Lord Vessel
Oh no, he's actually not taking us.
No reason for pause at this point.
He's not taking us back. Come on.
What is it?
Okay. Oh, okay, at least we can use a homeward bone here. I was thinking that we couldn't. I think there should be no states broken or anything like that. Okay. So that was the dialogue with him. Think there's nothing new to the Pyromancer.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe, as always. If you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy.
I'm kind of sorry about the lighting here, by the way, with the software not recognizing my chair. I will try to fix it a little bit up to next time. Okay, nothing new really. Okay. And let's see how the state with these guys here is. So the most of the group moved on and he's still here. Let's talk to him.
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, I am entirely... Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so. Oh, sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
Okay, sorry for skipping some of the dialogue lines there. I'm kind of not patient enough for that in some cases. Do we have 12 faith now? Or did we have 12 faith before? Oh no, never mind. I think it's just showing bright because we have enough souls here, not because we meet the requirements. Yeah, alright. Other miracles there with 12 faith were also blacked out. So the guy where we're going to can be kind of tough for our current gear and upgrades, but I think it should still be fine. So that was the jump I was talking about some episodes ago. You want to jump down here. Actually, you kind of want to do that twice, since we want to get that key here, Undead Asylum F2 West key. And if you remember from the very first episode, we also get an Undead Asylum key. I think it was also floor 2, but east instead of west, or something like that. And this is a small hint at the fact that there is a way back to the Undead Asylum, and that this way back has to do with this path here, which, I mean, I think it's so very hidden. And, I mean, you have that crow right there. That was the crow which was flying us here initially. So you might as well come to the conclusion, okay, we got another key to the Undead Asylum, and we have the crow still here. So how can we interact with the crow? And then you try to move around down there, try to talk to it or something, but it doesn't really want to talk. But what you can do is much more absurd, in my opinion. And that is that you can find up the nest of the crow up here. And then, yeah, cower down to an egg. And then at this point you would now say, okay, I don't know, it doesn't seem to work. Am I missing something? Am I doing something wrong? And then you stand up and it's over. Or you keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the crow picks you up and flies you back to the Undead Asylum. This game, man. This game. Yeah. So let's get back. Alright. Northern under this item, and that is exactly the way back that we were coming from originally. Although we have some new enemies here, despite it being only Flame Torch Hollows, for which I actually don't see any particular reason. I mean, it would kind of make sense that there are more Hollows here in some way, but I don't know why there are just randomly 4 Torch Hollows standing outside in the bright light with that. So the next boss will be back there in the room, actually. And we also have the Snuggly the Crow trade option here.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
And interestingly enough, this is a item trading option, which is in basically all of the Souls game. I'm not particularly sure about Elden Ring right now. Anyways, I will check up the list of items that we can trade here and what items we can get. We might even get a Twinkling Titanite from it. And yeah, that will be prepared for the next episode. So, although a little bit shorter, that will be already it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and so on. Support me on Patreon if you want. And follow me on social media and all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching again, and goodbye.